G'day, it's Wardy, and I'm about to show you part 2 of the 3-part Nutrition Complete, your online nutrition program tutorials. The first one that you saw, we went through and did a really quick setup in regards to getting all your favorites listed, and then how to populate those favorites into a meal planner to really get you up and started nice and quick. Because the most important thing with your nutrition program is to get you eating the food nice and fast. So this time we're going to go through and I'm going to show you how to set up your dietary profile and your personal profile, just so you can go through that when you get your first login details, and then obviously you can go through and make sure that your preferences are set up properly so that it populates not only from your favorites but then also from the foods and the cuisines that you want to like the most. So as always, we come to my homepage, brisbanebestbootcamp.com. We head up to the top and we click on the nutrition login, and then that'll take us to the login page. So that's where you can sign in each time. I'm sure you already have, but if you haven't, have a watch of the video. But I'm sure you've already read through the benefits. I'm sure you've already looked through the tutorials, and you know where the member login is. So we click member login, and it obviously brings us then to the actual login portal, where we type in our username and our password, I should say, sorry. And then we log in. And then that'll take us through to our home page. So as you can see, I've already got a home page set up here that I use as my demo. Don't stress, that is not my actual weight. I'm a lot lighter than that, than what I used to be. But as we went in before, as you saw, we went straight up into recipes, we went straight to our favorites, and we started ticking all our favorites. What I'm going to show you now is obviously a little bit deeper into two things. Well, the third video will go into the second one, but the first one we're going to go through is just going through your profile, really setting it up, making sure you know what to put in, the information to put in, because in the long run it does have an effect on what your calorie range will be and what foods you'll be allocated to be able to choose from. Okay, so obviously, like I said, this is your home page. It'll have your name here, obviously set up on the home. And if we come down, this will have, if it's your first time, or it will be your first time you've done all your measurements, it'll have your starting measurements here. It'll have your chest, waist, butt, thigh, arm, your body fat, which we get from your body composition test, and then obviously what your starting weight will be and your goal. But I'm going to show you what I do, because a lot of this stuff's already going to be pre-planned by the time you get here, and I'm going to put that in for you. And then at each time that we do your measurements and we test, I will update it for you, so you don't have to worry about that. All you need to be able to do is know exactly where the stuff is. So obviously we're coming through here, and what you want to do is go to your profile. This is the easiest way to do it, so I'm going to make sure it's nice and quick. So obviously this is our dietary profile. What I'll do, just take one quick step back, go to your personal profile. There really shouldn't be too much you're going to need to change on here, because all this is already set up. So all of this part here I would have already set up for you. This bit here, you don't need to put your address in if you don't want to. I do have to, although, for the system, put the country and the state. And if you want to change your username or password, look, that's up to you. You can do that if you like. And if you change any of those, just hit update information so it goes through. But like I said, there's never really anything you're going to need to touch on this page. So what we'll do is we'll go back, so you know, to our home page, and I'll follow you through the actual steps. So we go to your profile. And because we don't need to change a lot on our personal profile, it takes us straight to our dietary profile. As you can see, our navigation down here, dietary profile, ongoing, progress profile, and my diary. And we're going to go through each of these in this quick tutorial so you know. So as it's set up at the moment, and as you get to it, it will always be set up with lose weight, and you'll have ticked relatively active 2 to 3 times a week. Now obviously you need to change either this, if you don't want to lose weight, if you want to maintain weight or gain weight, choose which one, and then choose what your level activity is at the moment. Everybody's training 2 to 3 times a week with me. Hopefully you're training 6 to 7 because you're doing 3 boot camps and a couple of my at-home workouts, but everyone's set up default 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, your weight, I've put in your weight, which was from your first body comp test, and your height, which was the same thing. Now, reward days. I'm not a huge fan of a reward day, a reward meal perhaps, but that's up to you. Personally, well, not personally, but as a default, I've set everyone up as a reward day of none. Now what that does is that if you, whatever day you pick when you go to your meal planner, there won't be any actual calorie range, protein range, fat range, carbohydrates, anything like that. It's pretty much open slather. You won't be sort of limited in regards to staying between a range, and you'll be able to see that on the right hand side, that's usually just over here, that shows you what range you need to be in. Okay, that's if you choose a reward day. If you choose no reward day, every single day will have your calorie range, your fat range, and protein, and the rest of them written there. Now obviously you need to then choose your preparation time. This all depends on how long you want to spend making, prepping, and getting your food ready, and that will have an effect on what foods are available or what meals are available depending upon the amount of time it takes to make them. Personally, if you just want access to absolutely everything and then you can start to pick and choose from everything, leave everything at show me all. Okay? Otherwise, during the week, if you've only got 10 minutes for breakfast, 15 for morning tea, whatever the case may be, and then obviously weekends are a little bit different, then go through and choose those. But you need to realize that the more restrictions you put on, or the more boundaries that you have, the less recipes you're going to be open to. Okay, so personal opinion, I would always just have show me all. That way you've got open access to what at the moment is over 700 recipes, and then you can chop and choose from that if you wish. Next up, dietary preferences. Obviously there's people that may be gluten intolerant. Obviously if you only like white meat, you don't eat red meat, no seafood, vegetarian, dairy free, or if you don't want the meal replacements and shakes and smoothies showing, then tick any of those boxes. It'll be defaulted with everything open. Now you can also, if you're allergic to peanuts, if you're allergic to any specific foods, if there's foods or ingredients that you do not like, type them in here, hit add item, they'll list in here, and then any recipes with those ingredients in them you will not have access to. Okay, that's another really great feature of this nutrition program. Next one is our recipe regions. Pardon me. It'll always default have everything selected. Now there may be some foods that you never thought or didn't realize that were Caribbean or Chinese or Creole that you go, hey, they look pretty good. But I'm going to default everything to everything selected. That once again gives you the greatest range and the greatest choice of recipes, of which you can choose your favorites from to then go through and make your meal plan. Okay, so that's going to give you the best opportunity. Pretty important part now is your daily beverage allocation. Now this is all on averages, okay, and cups or glasses are 250 mils. Okay, so maybe for the first time you might have to measure them and check them out, see what the sizes are, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty quick. So if you have 2 or 3 cups of tea, then you have 2 or 3 cups of tea. That's based on 250 mils. You might have 4 cups of coffee. Let's hope you're not. Soft drink, 250 mils. So if you have 2 cans of Coke a day, that's 3, because a can of Coke's 375 mils. 2 of those are 750 based on 250 mils, so that's 3. Please, I hope you're not doing that. Fruit juice, water. Now, with regards to the water, you should be having at least 3 liters of water a day. At least. You should always have water with you. So based on that, if there's 4 glasses per liter, that's going to give me 12 glasses of water per day. Okay, so you need to be around about 3 liters. Then obviously our milks, any sugar substitutes, sugars in all, you know, how many teaspoons of sugar, you may have 1 or 2 per coffee. So if you have 2 per there, that's 14, because you have 7 in total with regards to tea and coffee. Let's hope you're not doing that. If you make any changes, obviously, then just hit update information, because this will be transferred over to your meal plan, and the calories for these will take in consideration of your calorie range on your actual meal planner. Okay, so that's very important. So there's your dietary profile. Some of it will already be set up, but go through and make the adjustments that you need that is really personalized for you, and that's the great feature of this program. We'll jump down onto our ongoing profile. Now this is where you need to put in your goals. This is all about your goals and what you need to achieve. Now a couple of things will already be defaulted and preset. Now I would have already put a date in here to achieve your long-term goal. Now I need to put a date in there. I've usually put in somewhere either the 1st of January or the 31st of January, a couple of months down the track. But what you want to do is obviously the end of your 3-month trial, or your 3-month deal, it would probably be your long-term goal. So you can change that by just clicking this calendar button here, and it'll come up in regards to what the day is, the date, and then just go through, find the date that you want to set it up for. It may be, you know, maybe the 31st of January, because you know that's when your deal ends, or you may have jumped on board one of my early bird deals and you've extended for another 3 months. So obviously skip that forward, because you always have access to this Nutrition Complete program as long as you're a member with Brisbane's Best Bootcamp. Then your mini goals. Mini goals are smaller goals that we want to achieve, and that'll be defaulted to monthly, for the simple fact is that every month we're going to do your weigh-in. Your mini weight goal. Now I've looked at your current weight, and anywhere between say 2 to 4 kilos I would have taken off for you to be able to achieve in that first month. Obviously, depending on what your calorie range is, your body comp result tests, and what I've seen so far in regards to your attendance at training and your effort in training. Obviously, if you want to make that more, go for it, but the system does have a fail-safe that you can't put down a mini weight goal to lose like 20 kilos in a month. It just won't happen. It's built to lose about 1 kilo a month. That's safe, that's manageable, and it's maintainable. So that's the most important thing. So whatever your weight is, I've taken anywhere between 2 or 4 kilos off, and I've put that in here. Remember, this is your total weight, not how many kilos you want to lose, but what you want to see on the scale. Then obviously there's our long-term weight goal. So depending on how far away you put your long-term goal to reach by, if you've jumped on board one of my 3-month extensions, then obviously this is the goal you want. So if you're starting off at, say, ladies, you may be 75 kilos. I've put in, say, 73 or 72 kilos as your mini weight goal, but you'd like to get down to 65, then this is what you put here, 65. You may have a 75 centimeter waist. You'd love to get that back down to, around about, 69, 68, because that's the next dress size, or that's 2 dress sizes down. Put that in there for your long-term waist goal, but you want to drop 2 or 3 centimeters in the next month. That's fantastic. Then put that in. Then there's just a couple of reasons, a little bit of feedback to find out what are the main reasons why you want to achieve these goals. And there's a long list of them. You can put as many there as you like. You may have been recommended for a doctor, you just want more energy, or at the end of the day, you just want to look and feel great. If you want to add any extra comments, go for your life. Anything you change there, please hit update information, so then it transfers over to the next pages. So that's your ongoing profile, your goals profile. Then we go to your progress profile. Okay, so here we are with your progress profile. Now, you pretty much won't have to touch any of this, because this is where I log in after you do your body comp tests and do your measurements and make the adjustments, okay? So what I did when I first set up your profile for you, I came to this page, I selected the measure date, which was the date we did your body comp test, whichever date that was. Let me just choose a date so it'll let me use it. I've put in the weight that you started with, and then these are the measurements that you took for me, that you sent through to me, and then obviously once again the body fat percentage from your body comp test. And then I hit update information, and then it logged it in. So what will happen is that each time you do your testing, hit update information, it's going to go through into your reports tab, and that's going to be our next tutorial, how I'll show you how to go through your reports and make sure that's all set up. But that's where you'll be able to see the results from that. And then also on your home page, you'll be able to see your starting measurements and then your current measurements. So you'll be able to actually see those numbers reducing, which is going to be a great thing. And like I said, I do all this for you. That's part of the program. Save you a lot of time and effort. But I just wanted to show you that this is where we go through for the progress profile in regards to the profiles that we're setting up. All right, guys, so that's just look really quick in regards to your profile. Like I said, we've already gone through your recipes, we've already set up the shopping list, we've already done the meal planner. That was the first tutorial. But this second tutorial, I just wanted to show you how to set up your profile, go through, double check, make sure everything is perfect for you, and that it's all the way that you want it to be, because that's the most important thing. As you saw just then, if you go through your home page and set up your personal profile first and update it, it'll take you to that first one, which is your personal profile. Not really a lot to change there, but go straight in, hit your dietary profile, fix it all up to exactly the way that you want it, then go to your ongoing profile, set up your goals exactly the way you want it, and then the last two, progress profile, don't need to touch that, I'll look after that for you. Alright guys, that's enough from me. Stick around, hold on tight. Number 3 is coming up, where I'll go into your reports and your activity and food diaries, and I'll show you all that in the next tutorial. So I'll see you at your next session. It's Wardy, have a great night, bye.